All right, today I'm going to be showing you how to use and operate this tool presetter. Tool presetter is a good thing to have in a tool room where you have CNC machines running in a shop. It's used to measure the tools values before going into taking them and putting them into the machine. So you don't have to, continuously, it cuts down on run time, or downtime, because as the machine is running, you can be doing these measurements with this machine. You don't have to stop the machine, take the tool out, and then, do what you need to do. And then as far as measuring and setting the tool up, and causing all that downtime. So as the machine is running, you can get multiple tools preset so that when either it breaks or it's time to change a tool, it's already ready, prepared. You have your values and you can go input it into the machine. So that's what this is good for. And so I'm going to walk you through what I would do and how to use as this machine. So the first thing I would do is I would come here. Usually I wouldn't have the tool in yet. I'll put it back in a second. But I want to calibrate this really quick. And it's done using these ball bearings here and then the program on the computer, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And it's based off of these values here on the different levels of what you need to have to make sure that it's calibrated. All right. So what you do is you come over to the computer and you're going to come over here to the adapters. And I'm gonna just go, there's two of them. So I'm gonna go with the first one and then I'm just gonna calibrate. And then it's just gonna go to its movement, move down to those bearings with the camera. And it's gonna look for certain values, make its adjustments and calibrate. So we'll let that run and it's calibrated that one, all right? Numbers you should have are these numbers. These numbers should match those numbers, which it does, okay? So next thing is I do the next level, which is 2, and I'll go ahead and calibrate those. And again, it'll do the same thing. It's making those adjustments based off of what it sees in the camera. And then it'll adjust it to where it needs to be, and then it's all calibrated, good to go. So the next thing I need to do is choose some certain values before I go. This here is just information that'll get printed off on a tag, so it knows when it's calibrated, you have your values. So these don't really affect too much or affect at all the positioning of the machine when it does its calibrations. The main one we need to focus on is the cutter shape. So the first one I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna do this Heimer probe, all right? And so all you do is just sit it in the machine. It has notches. You line the notches up and it sits in place. One of the things that needs to look at is, the probe. It's a round probe. With this Heimer probe though, it needs to be preloaded. With drill bits and any other bits don't have to preload it, but this one does, so it's zeroed out. Make sure that's done. And then I put it in the machine. And then so I have to choose the type of head, the cutter shape, and there's hundreds of ones in here to choose from. Choose the one that's closest to what. So I have this ball one here, so I'm going to choose that one. Then you have the measuring mode. Again, there's multiple different measuring modes you can choose, so I'm going to use measuring C. And then number of cutters on contour. So on the shape of the head, you need to know how many cutters it has, how many flutes it has. And in this case, there's 0. So that needs to be set. All right, so the next thing I need to do is choose the type of head. So it knows where to align it. So I need to press this, and then it's gonna try to line these crosshairs with that tip of that tool. So I'm gonna press that, and it's gonna adjust and find that. So it's gonna move, and it's gonna find the tip of that and try to get as close as possible to that. Get those crosshairs. All right. Once it's done, I'm going to stop where it thinks it is. If it's not quite there, then you can manually move it, these arrows. So I'm going to move it up to where I think I need it to be. Doesn't have to be perfect. just close enough. All right, and then once that's close there, I need to clear these out so I know which heights I'm actually at, and if not, here you can get error codes if you don't. And then you go ahead and then I'm gonna calibrate it. Press this calibrate button and it's gonna make its measurements. It's gonna turn around, twist, make its measurements, and then you're gonna get your values here, all right? And that was for one with just rounds, no flutes on it, just completely round for the hammer tool. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but now I'm gonna change the tool out, all right? Don't think I really need to recalibrate, it should be good. Come here and place this tool in here. So again, find the slot, sit it in. But as you can see with this tool, it actually has flutes. And so you need to find out and count how many there is, so you know when you come back over to this machine, you need to know the number of cutters, and this one has 4. So I'm gonna input, not 14, 4. All right, once that's done, we can come back over here and again, find that edge at the tip of that one. So I'm gonna press that. It's gonna search for it, it's gonna move. Since the other one was higher, now it's gonna find that one. All right, gets close, but not all the way. So I'll make my manual adjustments. Get it close as I can. That looks good to me, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clear these out again. If not, you'll get error code because it's not at the right height and won't see it. And then I'm gonna go do my calibration. It's gonna make its turns. Measure each one of those edges, those flutes. Once that's done, it's gonna spit out the values. Like I said, when you look at these values, you always wanna take the one that has the highest numbers, and then you're gonna use those. Then you got X, and you got Z, and you have C, and then so your X is gonna be front and back of the machine, and your Z is gonna be your up and down. Those are the measurements that it's taking. Those are usually those are the only 2 that you need, so to worry about. And so once you get those, you can record those and either print those out with some values, and then they're all preset and ready to go to be put in the machine. And again, like I said, that cuts down on downtime and helps be more efficient so that you can make more money.